Shabbat Shalom, Chodesh Tov. Today is Rosh Chodesh, the beginning of the month of Kislev, the month of miracles, and this Shabbat we read the Torah portion of Toldot. One of the fascinating details of this week's Torah portion is the life of Yitzchak, of Isaac, who the Torah tells us engaged in a very interesting practice, something that seems so insignificant, yet the Torah spends a considerable amount of time informing us of this practice of Yitzchak. And this specific detail is referring to the digging of wells. The Torah tells us that Yitzchak went around digging wells, and not just digging wells, but re-digging the wells that were dug by his father, Abraham, and that were filled in and put to disuse by the enemies of his father, who were trying to cancel the impact of Abraham and the resource that he had created. So Yitzchak goes around and continues the legacy of his father by redigging some of these wells. In the mystical teachings, it tells us that there's a very powerful message to this part of Isaac's life, and the lesson is a very powerful one, which is, as we know, a well is a resource of water, which is a sustaining force in life. Without it, we cannot live. As his father Abraham did, Yitzchak dedicated his life to uncovering, to revealing, to excavating the true treasures, the true resources, physical and spiritual. As we know, water is a metaphor for spiritual vitality as well, for connection to Torah. And Yitzchak went ahead and emulated his father by providing these resources for his family, for the people of his generation. But Yitzchak's efforts stand out even from his father's efforts. Abraham was doing it, and there didn't seem to be any resistance. Yitzchak was going against the tide. Yitzchak had seen how the wells that his father had dug had been filled in, and he goes with determination, with conviction, and redigs those wells despite knowing the resistance that he is going to encounter. There is a saying that in chess, in the game of chess, checkmate is the end of the game. But in real life, checkmate means you've got to, even if it's checkmate, you still got to continue. And if I may add, checkmate in life actually maybe is just the beginning. And this is something that Yitzchak is demonstrating for us. Sometimes we think, okay, I'm going to try as long as it works. And once I meet the ultimate resistance and it's no longer working, then I give up. Yitzchak is telling us no. Even after we've met the resistance, even if all the efforts that have gone before us have seemingly resulted in failure, we've got to redouble our efforts and redig, keep digging, because in life's checkmate, that is just the beginning of our understanding and realization what true resilience, what true abilities we have. So as we read this Torah portion, we're reminded of the Isaac in each and every one of us. Yes, sometimes life puts obstacles in front of us, puts hardships and difficulties. And instead of just surrendering to those hardships and difficulties, we emulate Isaac and keep digging, keep excavating in our soul, in our heart, and uncover what we truly can achieve, what we truly can accomplish. Wishing you all Shabbat Shalom and Chodesh Tov.